So equations, this is our next unit. We're going to start with just the one step. So that really just means one operation. And they're split up into, today is just adding and subtracting. So your one step that we do is going to be either adding or subtracting. The entire goal of solving an equation is to figure out what the variable is. What is the variable? What does that mean? It's the letter in your equation. So equations always have a letter, they have an operation, they have numbers, and then they have their equal sign that splits them up into two different sides. Okay, and the goal is to figure out what that variable is. It's representing some number, we just don't know it yet. Okay? So when we do this, I separate them, so I put a triangle around every variable or letter, and I put a circle around every number. For one step, it's not really super important because they're kind of easy. Yes, circle the sign in front of the number that goes with it. Okay?
So is that -3 or minus?
If it's by itself, it's -3. -3, -3, so same thing.
So what is that? So the
Either way,
variables
minus
would be
or negative.
28.
Okay, so if you had a balance, think about it this way. If you had a balance, your equation, this one up here, would look like this, right? It would be farther down on the left side because there's more stuff. How would you balance it out? What would you do?
Well, isn't the variable 28?
What would you do?
You have to make a number that will equal.
You've got to take something away from this side and add it to this side to equal it out. We want to keep something on either side of the equal sign at all times, okay? So if this is my heavier side, this has more stuff on it, I want to start over here so I can keep them balanced. I have two things over here, one thing over here. So I got to get rid of something on this side. Can I get rid of the variable?
No.
Yes.
That's why I do the triangle circle, to show you that this is different from this. It's like apples and oranges. They may both be fruit, but they're not the exact same thing. So I can't combine this with anything over here because there's no variable over here. So what's the only thing I can get rid of?
Be smart and know the number.
The 3. So that's why I circle the sign in front of the 3, because the whole point of equations, we're going to be doing the opposites the whole time. So if I've got -3 or -3, what's the opposite of that? Add.
Just to make it a plus.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite. Since it was -3 or -3, I'm going to do +3 because I want to cancel it out on one side. I want to get rid of it. And I'm going to add it to this side over here. So 25 plus 3 now gives me 28. And then the only thing left over here was my variable. I'm going to bring that down. And then my equal sign.
Does it matter if what number everything's on? Like, does that matter? Like, if the V's on this side or the V's on that side, are they swapped? Does that matter?
It won't matter. You'll solve it the same way, but some people like to rewrite it so the variable's always on this side.
So I have a question.
Okay, so number 2. So this is one, somebody was just asking, if you want to, you can rewrite this. You're going to be solving it the same way, but you can rewrite it by swapping these two. If you want your variable on the left side, which a lot of people do, you can do that. If you rewrite it, x plus 8 equals -10. So that's the same. You're going to solve it the same. So I've got a number, got a variable, and I've got a number. I put that line there just to show you I'm splitting those two things up. I'm splitting these two sides up, and I have to keep it balanced. I have to keep something on either side of the equal sign at all times. So which side of this do I want to start on?
The left.
The left, because it's heavier. I've got more stuff over there. I got to balance these things out. What's the only thing I can move from this side? The 8. If I don't have a sign in front of my number, what does that tell me about the number? Positive. It's positive. So what if I'm going to get rid of it? What's the opposite of a positive number? A negative, or to subtract it. What I do to one side, I'm going to do to that other side.
So it's just 2.
It's not going to be 2. Think about your integer rules.
Negative 8.
Nope. Negative 10 minus 8.
Negative.
Keep change.
Oh, 18.
There you go.
18.
Negative 18. So negative 18. And that was my 1 step. Okay, let's look at number 5 then.
Oh.
Let's look at number 5. P plus 3 equals negative 29. So I've got variable, number. Think about which side you want to start on. Which side can I start on? Which side should I start on?
The left side.
The left side. What can I get rid of from that left side?
The 3.
The 3. I circled the sign that's in front of that 3. That tells me, that'll help me know what to do opposite so I can move it. If it's plus 3, what's the opposite of plus 3? Negative 3 or minus 3, same thing. So that cancels out. Now you've got to use those integer rules. Keep change. Negative 29 and negative 3. They're the same signs. So what does that mean? We got to add them, and then we have to do what with the sign? We want to keep it. Same sign, add and keep. So negative 32, and bring your variable down. Okay, number 6, I can rewrite this if I want my variable on the left side. So t minus 5 equals negative 5. Got a variable, a number, and a number.
That's an L.
So think about which side you want to start on. Which side should I start on?
The lid. That's all.
The left side. What can I move from that side?
The variable. The 5.
If the is there another variable on the other side of the equal sign?
Oh no.
So I have to move the 5. What's the sign in front of the 5?
Negative.
So the opposite would be add, a positive, plus, either way.
So it's positive 2.
Negative 5 plus 5. What are your integer rules? Same sign, add and keep. Different sign.
So it's 0.
Same sign, add and keep. Different sign. Okay, so 5 minus 5.
So 0. Positive 0.
So t equals 0. Well, just 0. You can't have negative 0.
I'll just
The subtraction is literally just addition.
Okay.